Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire. Today we are going to play with paper, Distress Oxide, water, and stamps. So there is a cool technique that I've seen online and I want to try it, but I'm also going to play with some other types of paper. So what I have here, to do the thing that I want to try, I need matte photo paper. So just the regular copy paper it's matte. So I guess it's photo paper, but it's matte, not glossy. That is the trick to take it to the next level, and the next level being that it's waterproof. So, but you can also do this technique on any paper. It won't be waterproof, but I do want to see how it turns out. So I grabbed all these papers that I bought at thrift stores and these estate sales. If there's no price tag, I got them at an estate sale. So what do I have here? I have some, what is this? It is Phaser premium cover paper. I don't know what type of paper it is. It feels matte, and it feels thicker like cardstock. Maybe I won't use that one, but I just went and grabbed my bundle. So this is what? Epson Photo Quality, 49 cents. Looking for matte. Well, I hope I have matte, but if I don't, I know I have some matte paper and something else. So ultra bright white, ultra smooth coated paper. It doesn't feel glossy, so I think it's going to be, is satin and matte two different things? Don't know. With a matte finish. Okay, so this is, oh my gosh, this is photo matte. That's all I want to know. I don't care who it comes from. That one is photo matte. This one is photo matte. Perfect. Okay. And then this one's the same thing, so we're not even going to worry about that one. I already have matte right there. What's this? This is satin. So that's what my question was. Is satin and matte the same thing? Except this is kind of cardstocky. I don't want to do anything that heavy. I know that this is premium matte double-sided, so this is my Red River paper. So I do want to see if there's a difference between this and that. So this is just matte paper. This is not photo paper. It's just matte. This is, what is it? It's premium matte, double-sided. Now, Red River does have the photo quality, but I think I have it, but this is the one I primarily use when I want a nice heavier duty white, bright white paper that's got more heft to it when I'm printing anything really, but usually this is what I bought it for, is for the digital kits. So it is the Red River item number 1450, 8.5 by 11, 32-pound premium matte double-sided. So it's matte on both sides. I don't have to worry about what side I'm printing. So this is going to be Red River matte double-sided. That's all I need to know on that. Okay. And then what's this? This, oh my gosh, is this supposed to be in stationery? We don't know. Where did I get this? 99 cents. Oh, I've had this for a while, but I think, I don't really know. Oh my gosh, look at that, you guys. What the heck is wrong with me? This is laser and ink jet cream smooth bond. Smooth bond. Well, I'm not gonna write on that because I think I'll remember this, and this is gonna go to a different section. So let me just stick it somewhere. There. Satin ink jet. We already have satin. Is it gonna be the same? It feels heavier. Where's my other satin? Did I write satin? Was it satin? Oh my gosh, I don't think I have satin. I think the satin one was the cardstock. Okay, pull it together, girl. Pull it together. I've been recording so many videos that I think my thing is full, and I'm afraid that this is going to get cut off. I hope not. I really hope not. So this is going to be satin coated. I don't know if I need to make sure I say that. Satin coated. And I think that's all I need to do. Inkjet. It is inkjet though. I don't know if that makes a difference. Okay, satin coated. I'm never gonna know what that says. Satin coated ink jet. That says satin. Satin. What? Did I say satin? Okay, well, whatever. That was a little troubling to the eyeballs for a second. Okay. Glossy. Now, I know glossy's not going to work, but look at this giant fat thing I bought for $5, and I don't know if I paid $5 or if I got it at, like, it's got a pink sticker, so I know that's probably like Salvation Army or something where, or there's a thrift store I go to and it's like they have color-coded days, but this is glossy. I'm not gonna write on that because I can see that it's glossy. I know it's gonna be glossy photo paper. This one, what is this? Ouch, my goodness. 49 cents for this box. And this is inkjet papers. Ooh, let's see. Coated on both sides. Color graphics, all illustrations will have spectacular color coated on both sides for added durability. But coated with what? Hello, are you gonna tell me? Are you gonna tell me? What the heck is this? Coated plus inkjet. Well, it feels matte, so I guess there's that, right? But is it matte or satin? If there's a difference, we'll never know. If there's a difference, we won't know what this is, right? So let's just call it sharp print. Sharp print, not sharp. Sharp rent? Yeah, whatever. Get with it. Let's see. Inkjet. It's the only one I have, so that's fine. So I'm gonna stick all those over there. And then this is just regular cheap copy dye paper if we get to it. I don't know. That's not my primary goal. So what they did is this. So let's do Red River first, matte, and see. And I'll link the video on there. So it's Louise Hensel, and I'm probably not saying her name correctly, but she's a wonderful artist. If you've never watched her channel, she teaches so many different kinds of techniques, and she's just a delight to listen to. And when she teaches, she's really, really nice. So what she said to do is this. You take your water in your spray bottle and you soak your paper. Now she was doing it on stuff that was already like printed. I think, was she doing that? No. I watched 49 Dragonflies. That's what it was. I watched 49 Dragonflies, Barbara at 49 Dragonflies, and she was showing me, oh, well, I was watching by myself, so she was showing me. Oh my gosh, I already have ink on my hands. What she was, her take and what she was picking up from Louise. And then, so then I went and watched Louise. I'll actually link both of them down. So Louise said, soak your paper, just let it soak in, and it's gonna curl up. And then just push it down, and I'm kind of rushing stuff. She said and then press it down so you get all your little bubbles off. She also said to use a brayer. If you don't have a brayer, she said it's fine, but sometimes she finds it helpful. She says she doesn't even know if it's really, I think she said she doesn't even know if it's really doing anything or not. So now it's nice and wet. So here's what we're gonna do. We're going to take a stamp, any stamp. We're gonna use Distress Oxide. I've got lots of colors over here, but if I move my camera, I'll never get it back on thing. So let's do, I'm gonna do my Vintage Photo Distress Oxide. I don't know if I'm getting ink on here or not, so. I think I'm getting it everywhere that I don't need to be as well, but that's all right, whatever. It's probably easier to set it down and do it. She said, make sure it's nice and wet. So I think it's wet, let it soak in. That's pretty darn wet. And then take your stamp and then just, I'm gonna take it off the thing here, so set it down. Because I'm thinking that if this works out cool, I'll just make this a page for something, right? And then this is where she said, this is where you'll want to take your brayer maybe. Try not to move your stamp around. Just to give even pressure is what she was talking about. So you can do this, and you can do it with the bricks. She was rolling her brayer on bricks. If you don't have a brayer, that is something that I am so happy. I put off for a long, long time to ever put into my stash of tools. And I will tell you, I may not use my brayer every day, but when I want a brayer, I am so happy that I have 10 of them now. Just kidding. I think I have 8. Okay, then you lift it up and take your towel, your paper towel, and then just set it on top and just gently press it just to lift off the water. That's all you're doing. Oh, and some of the ink, obviously. So, and then we'll pick that up, and then you have your distressed, you have your oxide. Look, do you see that? I mean, isn't that, and that's pretty cool. It looks like it's so what she came up with while she was doing her, whatever she was doing, she came up with this. I'm gonna just do another one because I think it still has ink on it. And so I'm gonna spray some more water here. So water reactivates your, right, the ink. And I think the way it becomes, I don't know if it becomes waterproof after you dry it or because we're using the matte paper. if that's what it is. So let me try to get all that ink off there, if there's any on. I think there is. I can see some of it coming down. And nope, not much, but let's see what happens. It's just like little pieces. So then there's that. Now, I'm just going to try to lift this water off this paper. I was going to do the whole paper, but then I realized I want to do a little bit on this one and a little bit on another one so we can see the difference. Because after this, I'm going to show you something. I guess I do want the regular coffee dye paper because that's part of the thing that she was showing. So let's do that. We'll just check this one out. So of course this is much more thinner, so it's going to really wrinkle up. But she said soak your paper good, get it nice and wet. I was listening at first and doing other things, and then I kept hearing that squirting thing, the squirting bottle, and I was like, well, how much water is she putting on that paper? And I had to really watch because there's a lot of water. So get it on there, let it soak in. I'm gonna be a little bit more careful with this paper because it's very thin. So I'm gonna use the same stamp and the same color because why not? I think I'm just going to do this on the side. I don't know if I'm in camera on this. I should be somewhat in camera, but this is much easier to ink that than holding it in my hand. So, same place. Oops, and I'm going to get all those wrinkles out. Try to anyways. Get the water on there. So this one's going to be harder to get the wrinkles out. Okay, good enough. Set her down and then just give it a press here. And then is that on there good? Trying to do the same amount of time so we don't like have any discrepancies in my experimenting with this new thing. So the idea behind when she found this, she was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool because Distress Oxide ink, it's a water soluble ink, so it'll continuously, it's like a watercolor, so it'll be reactivated with water unless you put a sealer on it, right? So we're not using a sealer. What we're doing is just putting it on the paper, and then you would dry it. You can dry it, hand dry it, or you can just let it air dry or whatever. But the trick was that now you can re-ink with other things on top of it because if it's waterproof, now look at the difference in the vibrancy. First of all, let's take a peek at that. So here's a matte paper, and here's just regular copy paper, okay? So we set that one aside for a second. Now that one is supposed to not be reactivated, or is it reactivating? See the water just drip off? Oh my gosh. This was already there, so, but you can see that, right? Look at it, just stayed. So now, let's try doing another color on top of it. Let's do something that's a little bit bigger. These, and then let's do black soot for a very big difference here. Okay, like I said, let me put it down here. This is a lot easier. Let's see what happens. I have a whole bunch of stamps here to play with, but I wanted to do a little technique here and see how it worked. So I'm gonna put it on top of that one and then next to it also, because I want to see. Look at me being all careful like I'm making something. I'm really not. I'm just doing experimenting page. Well, I'm just like shifting this everywhere. Okay, lift off. Ooh, that looks messy. Okay, now watch this. Here's some magic. This is like a ooh, ah, oh. Look at that. So if I didn't shift it, the words wouldn't be blurry like they are. Isn't that so cool? So that's the photo matte paper, and you can still see it on this one right here. Fantastic. Fantastic. Now, let's pull this guy back over here and see what happens on this. Now, if it works on this too, then we know that super cheap paper will work, but I don't think that's the case. First of all, let's do this. Let's see if we're going to, is it going to reactivate? See that? Look at it. you can see it, it's reactivating. See, it doesn't, you see that? Do you see what I'm saying? I hope you see that. So now I just pulled all that ink off. Now let's dry all that up for a minute. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and re-ink that and see what happens with some black soot on here. Okay. Everything's wet. I don't know where to set this. So, let's see. We're gonna just set that there. I think what I'm gonna do on this one though is just press it and not, because I don't want to shift it. Okay. And then the same thing. Not as great as an impression. I mean, it's still kind of cool. So like I could use this. I mean, like I use these inks in my books and stuff all the time without sealing them. So I don't think that anyone's gonna really like spray their book with water. But if you did, it's gonna run, just so you know. Let me grab another paper towel here. Ooh, I'm gonna have inky fingers. So I'm really liking my job. I have to say, I really am liking it. I think so far, but you know, I'm in the honeymoon stage, but so far it's proving to be good for me to get out of the house. It's pushing me to just do a little extra, a little more, kind of get things done and to get organized in my room, I think also. So now, here we have for the two differences. And then today when I went in, she was just like, you know what, how about if we do this? Why don't you just write your name on the days that you're gonna be here on the calendar, you know? And I was like, okay. And then we do color coding. So there's 3 of us. So if we color code, if like we put a color on something, that means we're not available, we're not here. But she asked me if I could just put my name, if I felt comfortable with that. And I was like, sure. So I finished out July and I put my name on the days that I'm gonna work and then told her on the half days. And then, like I said, I'm filling in for a friend for her vacation. So I'll be doing like, that'll be one crazy week. That may be the week that I actually miss a day for videos, but I'm gonna hope not to. Okay, so let's see. Now what I wanna do. I want to do that. I wanna ink it up again, water it, see what happens. Look, it's not running, is it? No. I mean, it's just water that's coming off. If I go this way, nope, nothing. Nothing's happening. So that's nice. And what about this one? It was a super bad impression anyway. So this is the side. Oops, and my paper is so thin, it's like trying to rip in my hand. So you can barely see it, the black soot, but look, you can just see if I can touch it and it's just gonna smear more. So now it's nice. I mean, it depends on what effect, what look you're after, but I'm thinking this is cool. So I know a lot of you tell me you don't have great thrift stores or thrift stores at all in your area. So please tell me if you're not able to find these great deals, because I know that paper is not cheap. I know it isn't. That's why I pick it up every time I see it. I am jonesing big time to go to an estate sale. So if time and money permit, I'm hoping to go to one sometime this month or next month, but really I'm hoping this month. July is always busy. July is such a busy month no matter what. But anyways, if you are not able to find it, I'm telling you right now, I don't mind sharing it. Maybe we can do something where you just pay for the shipping, and I'll bundle it up like in a little booklet. It doesn't cost that much to ship it. I think it's like under $5 to ship it. So all you have to do is, you know, pay for the paper and pay for the shipping. I'll get it for you. I feel bad. Like I want you to have this fun too. While I'm gone, I'm also going to look for more of those little binders. So please tell me if anybody's interested in them. I'm not going to hold you to it because I don't feel like, I mean, I would like to be able to. I'm just going to take you at your word. If you want one of those binders and I can get them for good deals, I'm going to pick them up. I'm going to pick a few up no matter what. But if you want one, if you want me to shop for you, I don't mind. I will do it. Let me know. I think what I'll do is, oh my gosh, I just don't want to lose all the information. I think what I'm going to do is, if you're interested in anything like for shopping wise, like what I'll do is I'll put it in the description box, my email. Okay, I think that's the best way to do it. I'll put my email in there, and then all you need to do when you email me is make sure that you give me your name. Sometimes I don't know what your name is because only your YouTube channel, your handle's coming through. So then the email will have a different email. So like for me, my YouTube handle is at Blossom and Briar. I mean, sorry, Blossom and Inspire. And then my email is my last name and with my first couple initials at Hotmail. So if I was going to email somebody, they would not know it was Sandra at that. Does that make sense? So I'll put that in the description box, my email. So all you have to do is send me an email. In the subject line, put, I don't know. I'll have to put that in the description box, what I want you to put. So, I don't know. Thrifting paper, or thrifting binder, or something that just gives me, I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't junk mail. Like, I know this is someone, they want this. I'm going to read their email and see what they want. You can put more in the email what you want me to look for. If you want me to look for stuff, but you're like, but please don't, I don't want you to feel like you have to spend like this much money. I won't. Trust me, I won't. If I find 10 binders and they're all $10 each, I'm not buying any binders. Trust me. I don't like to spend, I'll tell you already, I don't like to spend more than $2 on those things. That's like my highest mark. So if I can find them cheaper, I always do, but I like them to be in good condition. Paper, same thing. Like, it's got to be a giant pack or a giant bundle. I don't generally buy any of those packs for like $3 and $4. Even at yard sales, like I put them back on the shelf. It's gotta be really worth it. It's gotta be a good bang for my buck. So with all that said, I just wanted to let you know, I wanted to show this little technique. You can do this. This is with the Distress Oxides. It actually becomes waterproof. You do not have to seal it, and it's with the photo, it's with the matte paper. It's matte paper. Like, this doesn't even say photo. This is my Red River paper. Oh, once again, let me pull that out. And I didn't try all those papers because I think my battery's not going to let me record that long. But this is, if it's in a, I'm going to keep going. If it's an abrupt end, I apologize. 32-pound premium matte double-sided. Premium matte double-sided. This paper is very expensive. So maybe what we'll do is try some of these cheaper ones. Let's do, maybe that's what I should do. Because what if you're like, yeah, buy me all that paper, and then I get it, and you're like, hey, Sandra, this wasn't working. that was a real big bummer. So this is the sharp print, and it felt like it was matte, but we didn't know. So let's do this one. Let's try it. Let's just try a different color. Let's go. Let's do some of this. I have different colors, so I want to play with them. You know, this one is the Hickory Smoke, which is going to be really light, I think. And then I'm gonna just blop it on there. And this is where, like, Louise was like, to get even pressure. Oh, I'm not good at that. I'm gonna move my brick around. And then pick it up, and then, where's my paper towel? And then just dab, dab, dab. And then she would pick up more ink, but I'm going to actually keep going because I want to do more of those. But I want a good impression, so I'm gonna dry my stamp, and then I'm gonna put more ink on there, I think. Take that. Oh, she also said to get the lines out, but that's okay. Look at my ink. My pen was water soluble. I hope that, maybe I should just try that really quick. Gotta remember what we're doing here. Okay, and then take that. And those impressions, I feel like this is gonna work just because I'm getting good impressions, so I hope so. I hope so. Now, let's just try something darker. Let's go in with, let's try this peacock. We'll do the same stamp, just so we can see. But it's all Distress Oxide, so. And lift off. And then push down. That was a double stamp, so like you can see. So I guess I still need to get more water, and I need a dry stamp. So let's do, look at, I've got fuzzies everywhere. Is that material or is it my puppy? We don't know. I don't know. Could be a combination. Make sure you have plenty of paper towels. The stamp needs to be dry, and it's not dry. Those are thrown in the garbage. Okay. So go ahead. And then, like she said, just make sure you have that water down there good. Oh, just go like that. And then like, soak in, soak in. All right. Okay, so now let me put those there. And then we want to just check to see, do they hold? Oh no! Okay, well, that one didn't. So sharp print does not hold. However, it does get a better in print than cheap copy paper. It does not become waterproof. So now we know. Dry and dry. Now let's see. I do find photo papers there at the thrift stores all of the time. So let's see what else we have in our stash. So this one is the glossy. Let's try this. I know it's not gonna work on this, but so usually the glossy paper has two sides, right? So I pulled it out because I wanted to try the back, because is it matte? Is it? We don't know. So I'm gonna see if that works, because this is what I find a lot of. I find glossy photo paper, and it's only glossy on one side, which is great. This paper right here, because you can turn it around both sides, and you can use your alcohol inks on it, and that's what I like to do on it. So I'm gonna try a different thing here. Let's try something with like a real image, so we can see, is it gonna pull out? And why not use this rusty hinge color to get some, make our flowers look fallish. So, okay, let the water soak in. This is like pretty thick, so I'm gonna have to really give it a good soak. Oh man, I have other ink on my hand. Dag nabbit. Okay, well, whatever. I'm just gonna put that there. Okay, come on. Maybe if I just use my brayer to get it to soak up. See, it's because of that glossy on the other side, it's not wanting to lay down. And it may take a minute to soak. Sorry for the loud noise in your ear. I apologize. Okay, so now I'm gonna take my stamp. It's gonna set it down. And then hold it. Give it a good hold. Drop down ink. Lift off. Look at that, looks like a big mess, right? So then we just take and put our paper towel down. Lift off the water and the ink. Jeez. And lift off our paper. Isn't that cool? Oh my gosh, I hope this side works. Isn't that be cool? I seriously find the glossy paper all the time. I don't think we even have to wait for anything. I think it's gonna tell us right away. It either works or it doesn't. So, and I kind of want to get the glossy side all wet anyways. If this works, not anyway, I will. I'll get it all wet and let it dry overnight to see does it help hold. So there's a little bit of runoff. I mean, is that from the stamp or is it from my fingers of what I left? Because I don't see it moving. I don't see it moving. Do you see it moving? Yay. Okay, so glossy paper, the opposite side is matte, and yes, we can use it. So now what we need to do is find out, because this is like sticky, and when you get it wet, it gets sticky. So let's see what happens over here. I mean, we're in it. We are in it. So let's just keep on moving forward on this. I'm gonna run out of water here. Good thing I got my water bottle. I have this one, but it's the one that sometimes it doesn't always. It's a mister, I guess. My mister and my missus. Just kidding. Just kidding. I love cracking myself up. Even my cat's giving me a weird look. Look, he's like just staring at me like, really? Okay. I don't think I'm getting enough sleep. So let's try that same one again. Where did I do with it? Where did I do with it? I was just cleaning it. So should we do a different color? Ooh, you know what? Let's do some hot pink. Why not? I like hot pink. I like throwing things. Can you hear? I'm sorry. Gosh, dang it. I get so excited. This is not hot pink. It's called picked raspberry. So we're just going to get some more water down. Now this is on the glossy side, which should not work, but I want to see what happens. You know, the whole thing. Let's just see what happens. Hold it down, hold it down. I don't know why I soaked my entire page. I didn't have to. I guess I wanted to see. I guess I thought I was going to do the, oh, I did this one because I want all that glossy to come off, but the other ones, I don't know what's happening. Okay, well, I like the way it pulled off, but let me grab a different paper towel. I should just be hanging these to dry and then reusing them if I'm going to do this project. Especially if I'm using the paper that's makes it that it becomes waterproof, because I can just, even though it has ink on it, well, maybe it'll transfer because this isn't waterproof. Yes. Huh. I don't know. We'll have to find out. Only one way to find out. It's really pretty, but I don't see any smudging, so I'm thinking that the glossy paper held its form, holds the ink better. So, and look at that's still cool. It didn't move. Let's see what happens. Oh, it's a bleeder, but not much. Is it even bleeding? So, are we able to get rid of the gloss? So it's not 100% waterproof, but look, there's not much. And I think I just didn't get all the gloss off, because I think once the water's on there and the gloss is gone, it becomes waterproof. Okay, there we go. I'm telling you, man, I find this paper, man, woman, I find this paper. So I'm going to be buying more because this is super fun. This is going to be so fun to make our own little things with, don't you think? So, and they say to use a lot of water. They say, Louise and Barbara, lovely ladies, sharing all their techniques. They say to use a lot of water. I'm going to stamp that off. And stamp it off. Okay, so I just wanted you to see really quick. Now, because I want to try one more thing. Well, I know this side is the waterproof side, and I'm going to activate those, because those technically, I didn't activate them, so I activate the ink. I'm going to do it this way just to see. Oh, I was hoping that would get it smudged. So if you want the smudge to look, that's how she did it. That's what she was talking about. If you want it to just be waterproof without the smudge proof, stamp, activate, pat. Does that make sense? So let's try that again. Let's try a different stamp and a different color. So we'll do the bird and the circle here, okay? So we are on matte paper. Do I have another matte paper that we can play with? Let me see. I thought I pulled two of them, but maybe I didn't. That's satin coated. I think satin coated didn't, I'm not sure if it worked. Okay, whatever. We know the matte works. So this is the other side of that gloss, which we know is matte. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to soak the paper right here. Okay. And then we are going to do we'll do fossilized amber. And then we're going to put into the drenched paper, which I don't think I got it very drenched. Oh, I guess it's okay. So see how it's activated and it's getting a little bit smushy. And then we're going to put that there. Pat, pat, pat. And then we have the smushed, aged look. Now, if we want it to not be that, let's try it again with the same stamp. And then we'll do the bird also. Or actually, let's do the bird with no, gosh, pull it together, girl. Okay, so I'm going to just take that same color. I'm going to do the same color. And then I'm going to put it here next to this one. Stamp it. And I've got my image. Then I'm going to spray to activate it. And then I'm going to pull. Do you see what I'm saying? So one is mushy, one is smushy, and one is not. One is more rustic, aged, old, whatever you want to call it, and then one is not. But they both should be, we hope, they both should be waterproof. Yeah. Right on. Thank you, Louise and Barbara. Thank you. This is awesome. Game changer in the stamping world and with the Distress Oxides. So that is the Distress Oxides. Don't forget, that's what we're using because that's what's Distress Oxides. They are the ink. I cannot think of what I'm trying to say, but you've seen it. You know now what to do, and I hope you guys give it a try and let me know what you think. I hope you enjoy this quick little long video. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy all your moments, my friends. See you later.